Hey guys, long time no see. This is Natalie again from Simple Life and Natalie Joe. Just thought I'd kind of give you an update on things. So I was trying to find what I wrote down for you. Oh, here it is. The first thing was I wanted to give you an update on my Project 2026 declutter. I did meet my household declutter of 2,000, or not 2,000, 200. 2,000 would be impressive, but 200. 217, and it's only August, 3rd, 2nd, somewhere around there. I will keep track, just to keep track of what we go through, stuff like that. I'm getting closer to my 1,000 general 2026 declutter. 708, I did update a few things or get rid of a few things, so that's maybe like 10 or 11 more. I did kind of fill up one of these clothing bags, recycling clothing bags. I have one left. There was a sale, let me grab something real quick. A sale for those bags around Black Friday, so I got it was buy 6 get 6 free or something. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna hold off on once I fill up that other one. I might hold off. I'll probably hold off buying more of those bags, only for the fact that I feel like I'm kind of dwindling down on clothes I can actually that I'm actually wanting to get rid of at this point, which I'm sure there'll be more of, but I can always order more at a different time. I do have another plastic film, and I do kind of like this one's from Ridwell. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it does give you, it says plastic film. It says think newspaper sleeves, packing pillows, shrink wrap, stuff like that. That one's full. That needs to be mailed off too, so I have that together. But I do have this from them, Ridwell, if I can reach it, which I do kind of like that they gave me. Just a little sheet, kind of what they do, like the collection process, and then kind of where they go. And it says 30 million pounds and counting of what they've saved from the landfill. But on this side, the purple one, the plastic film that I just filled up, it does kind of give you some pictures of what it is that you can, that's included. And then it says, made of one type of plastic, usually number 2 or number 4. Plastic film should be easily stretched with just your thumb. Think grocery bags, zip closed bags, and plastic packaging. So basically, grocery bags, stuff like that, looks like mailers, stuff like that. But then I do have, let me grab this one for you that's almost full, which I could probably fill up before Friday. This one says multi-layer plastics, fill me up with food packaging. And then at the bottom it says think snack wrappers, reusable food bags, chip bags, and and then it says clean and dry please. But if you look down here on my cute little cheat sheet that they gave me with the blue, which I like that they color coded it, they have just examples if you need help. And then it says think thick or crinkly package, usually number 7 or annoyingly without a number, that many producers use to keep food fresh. Think snap wrappers and chip bags. But they also have the QR readers right there, codes, whatever you want to call them. Just if you probably more examples, stuff like that. And then it says just And then again at the bottom here, it just says, please make sure it's clean and dry before sending it to them. For questions, you can visit questions.ridwell.com, or they have a phone number you could text, which is fine, which is also very handy and useful just in case I have any questions. But I do like this little cheat sheet. So I do also have this one from them, from Ridwell. Same thing, a little bit smaller bag, but it says prescription pill bottles. And then it says, fill with your prescription, your empty prescription pill and vitamin bottles. And then it says, please empty your bottles and remove any prescription labels. You know, just to make sure that you're not, because, you know, they're talking about like these. If it has the prescription label of what it is, your name, they don't really need that information anyways, but they just want to be sensitive to your personal health information. So you don't have, they don't really need it, so they just tell you to remove it. I mean, if you leave it on, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, but this one's almost full too, so we'll see if I get it by Friday. But yeah, some recycling tips and tricks. Ridwell, as I drop a bunch of things. Ridwell was the plastic and stuff. The yellow bag for the clothes, that was Retold Recycling. But I can get other bags from other places like TerraCycle if I need to, or reorder from them. So we'll see. Like I said, I have one bag left. Which I can show you how big it is without anything in it. But here we go. It's about the size of a pillowcase, they say. But yeah, so there's that, just in case you wanted a size reference of how it is empty. But like I said, one left, so, but like I said, I think I'm kind of at the point where I might not need to reorder any for a while after this one gets filled, because you know, like I said, I feel like I've gone through a lot of my clothes lately and filled up. I had 12 plus a couple more before I saw that sale, that Black Friday sale. But yeah, so there was an update on the declutter. I did show you some things about recycling. Okay, and then I know that a lot of people may have kids, or just need maybe teachers, or just need sales, you know, maybe save a little bit of money here or there. At least for Ohio, I'm in Ohio. I live in Ohio. I tell you this all the time. I'm in the Dayton area. You could look this up for your state. But the Ohio tax-free weekend for me is this coming weekend, the 7th. It starts at like midnight on Friday, the 7th. And then ends Sunday, the 9th at like 11:59. Which is fine. I think last year it might have been longer and maybe include more things, but I think they were doing it for other reasons as well, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, so at least for Ohio, this is what I saw on the website. And this came from like ohio.gov probably, I think, or something like that. So like the official like Ohio website, like the state of Ohio website for taxation. But for your state, you would just need to put like Michigan tax-free weekend, or fill in the blank state, your state tax-free weekend, and they'll give you all the information you need. Because it could vary, it could, stuff like that. It could different from state to state. So just be mindful and keep an eye, and stores may also have, I do want to preface this, stores may also do it different as well. And I get that. So just, ask before you start shopping and before you do that, because I know when I used to work at a retail drugstore. I won't name names. I probably did in the past, so you could maybe be able to figure it out. But I used to work at a retail drugstore in the area, and we only had, I know we had a few clothing items, but at that time when I worked there, it may have changed. But when I worked there, we only did like school supplies, like pens, pencils, binders, stuff like that. So, like I said, usually the store will have some sort of information for you. We'll have signs up. And if they don't have any signs, just ask. Be like, hey, are you participating in the tax-free weekend? What's included here? They'll tell you. They'll tell you because they want to make the sales and they usually have great deals on, on the school supplies, the clothing, stuff like that. So, because they want you to buy it. So they'll have the sale and then you get the tax-free. So, like I said, they want you to buy it so they make the sales. So just ask and make sure, and if they don't know, if you ask like the cashier up front, if they don't know, they can usually call someone like the manager and ask, just, be aware that it might take them a minute for you to know what they, for them to get the information. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, just ask. I could see like a department store like Kohl's, or I don't know what's still around you, like JCPenney, Elder Beerman. I don't think that's around anymore, but JCPenney, stuff like that, Kohl's, Walmart, Meijer, whatever's near you. They probably will do close too. Office supplies. I didn't write it down, but a lot of times in the past, baby stuff, diapers have been included in Ohio. So, like I said, they can usually find the information. They don't mind asking. Typically, they don't mind asking. Or they at least get told sometime. So, just be aware that it could change. But at least for Ohio, it was clothing priced $75 or less. So if they knock it down to $75, people will probably buy it. School supplies priced $20 or less. If you're buying binders, pens, pencils, Sharpies, Post-its, most of that is usually under $20. And then it says school instructional materials, if I can speak today. I don't even think I said that right. $20 or less. Like I said, a lot of times, they have good deals, so you can, if you're wanting to stock up, or maybe if you have a teacher friend or know a teacher, you can maybe give them a free, give them a few free school supplies, as a back to school gift, whatever you want to do. Because I know that a lot of teachers spend a lot of their own money, even though I don't think they should. Or if you have a school nearby, just ask. Or you could probably even wait in the parking lot and be like, hey, find a teacher, be like, hey, are you a teacher? I have some school supplies I want to pass out to you guys. And they will probably be more than happy to take it off your hands for you. But yeah, like I said, just, or if you have a Facebook group for your city or area, you can be like, hey, is there any teachers in here? I have some school supplies I bought that, if you want to come pick it up, you can have it for free. They would be probably more than thrilled to take it off your hands. Like I said, if you want to participate in the deals, you can definitely find it, because a lot of times, especially with like pens, pencils, crayons, markers, that kind of stuff, they want their kids to have that stuff. They're not gonna not give them a pencil to do like schoolwork, or a pen. They want their kids to have that stuff. So whatever you think, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel moved to do it. Because like I said, there's a lot of teachers that would be grateful for if they didn't have to spend $50 on school, more pens, like I said, more stuff for their kids. And if they have extra, they can always share with other teachers. So, but here's what I would recommend though. I would recommend trying to give it to the actual teachers versus going into the office and just giving it to the like the secretary or whoever's in the office, because if you give it to the office people at the school, they're going to count it as like school inventory, like school property. Versus if you give it to the teachers, they don't necessarily have to give it to the office. They can just keep it in their classrooms, and you know what I mean. But whatever you think you want to do, that's totally okay with me. And if you can't do it this year, just maybe send some good vibes for the school year ahead. What else do I have for you? So, back to school sales. Okay, also, I was just thought of this. A lot of schools, I know my school did this. They have like a Pride Week, whatever you want to call it. So think about, if you're a parent, think about that. What did they have for Pride Week in the past? Did they have like a, what was it, like a favorite sports team or college sports team day? Do you need like a t-shirt with like a sports team on it or something like that, or a college team? Do you want to get your kids, I know like my Meijer and probably Walmart, I don't really go to Walmart because it's not that convenient for me, or other stores, they probably have like school, like high school, like and middle school, like your districts, like stuff, like school shirts that you can get. And do your kids want a school shirt with their mascot on it, stuff like that? Did they have like a decades day? Did they have like a formal wear day? You know, think about those. Do they need new shoes? Whatever they may need, I guess, is something that you would want to think about getting for them. I know a lot of information for you. Let's see, what else do I have for you? I did talk about recycling. I did call FedEx today, which is kind of annoying because I have the big boxes that I don't really feel like taking over to the store, so I called them, their 1-800 number, and I have a pickup scheduled for a box for tomorrow. My air conditioning isn't working right now, and they're coming tomorrow with a part that we need, so that's good. We got new filters because apparently there's a MERV number on there that they suggest or recommend that it's under 10 or less, and we were using a 12. So who knows what makes the difference. So there's that. I do have some things I'm thinking about I'm starting another pile of stuff to donate. I did get rid of a reusable shopping bag because it was torn and ruined. Doesn't do anyone any good if it's torn to shreds. Slowly dwindling my stockpile of toilet paper, tissues, laundry detergent. So that's slowly being going down. And I just wanted to remind you, that's the main reason why I started this Project 2026. Well, one of the main reasons was that, you know, I used to be a really big couponer before. Well, I still kind of am a couponer, but I don't do it as the extent I used to do it as. But I have a giant stockpile of toilet paper, you know, all that kind of stuff, laundry detergent, pods, tissues, cleaning supplies, that I feel like I just have way too much of, and it's hard to manage, that I'm trying to get to a more manageable amount of that kind of stuff. So that's one of the main reasons why I started this Project 2026. But like I said, you can, if you want to do something similar to this, or mini project declutter, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what else to call it besides Project 2026. But the other reason was there's just way too much stuff in our house. But yeah, so there's that too. I did, like I said, there's a ton of stuff. Like I said, those yellow bags, recycling bags for clothes, I went through at least since November of last year. I think I've probably went through at least 10 to 15 of them, because I had gotten like 6 before the sale, the Black Friday sale, where I got 12, and now I'm down to like 1 bag. So I probably at least went through, I don't remember exactly how many I started with, but I at least had 12. I got 12 plus probably 6. What, that was 18? I can't do math. So like I said, probably at least, I wouldn't be surprised if I went through 16 or 17 of them so far since, November, Black Friday of last year. And that's all. If you think about it, clothing, towels, stuff like that, that's a lot of stuff, that I got rid of, that I recycled for clothing, stuff like that. So if you don't think you have stuff to get rid of or have things to get rid of, you do. You just need to be honest with yourself. I do this all the time. I need to be honest. I tell myself I need to be honest and truthful with myself. Am I going to use it? Do I really need it or stuff like that? And then I also came to the realization a couple weeks ago that, yes, I like white shirts, but at the same time, I don't like white shirts because they're like mainly, like this shirt's mainly blue. Like if it's mainly white, I don't really like them because one, I feel like I stain them way too fast and they just show with white. And then, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they're, depending on the fabric, they could, not saying that I would do this, but I feel like they're kind of you can probably see a little bit more. They're probably not as, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you probably know what I'm getting at. Probably a little bit more, not as, I don't know what I was going with that, but you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so there's that. But like I said, I'm just trying to get to a manageable place with things, so I have a manageable amount of stuff in the house that's easier to maintain. That's the main goal of this. Not really the numbers of, the 1,000 items, the 200 household, items. That's not really, the numbers aren't really the thing. Yes, I'd like to make those goals, but at the same time, if I don't make those goals, that's fine too, because I've gotten so much, I feel like I've already gotten so much stuff out of the house that I just need to keep working on it and keep getting the stuff out of the house. So that's my main goal, and that's what I'm trying to do. And if this inspires you to at least get rid of 1 trash bag worth of stuff, 1 extra thing out of the house, I've done my goal. That's my goal, to inspire you to get 1 thing out of your house. Get 1 trash bag out of your house. Get 1 box of stuff out of your house. Prevent you from buying, make you think before you buy the extra thing of toilet paper. Do you actually need it? Do you actually need an extra box of tissues just because it's on sale? I want you to think about those things. That's my main goal of this challenge and this channel, to make you a more mindful shopper, to make you a more mindful steward of the money that you are blessed with every week or every year or every month, to help you get rid of the things that you are no longer adding value to your life, no longer getting use out of, that are just sitting around your house collecting dust. That's the goal of this channel. That's the goal of this Project 2026. To help you feel motivated to get things done. I need motivation all the time, and I get this. I need to be honest with myself. There's certain styles of certain clothes that I realize that I don't like, that I'm getting rid of. So I want this to inspire you. If you don't like white shirts, you don't have to wear white shirts. It's okay. Just do it. Just bite the bullet, get rid of it. I don't care if you donate it. I don't care if you recycle it. I don't care if you cut it up and use it as like a cleaning cloth. Just do it. I'm proud of you. Just do it. Okay? There's your motivation for the day. There's your motivation for the rest of the year, hopefully, which I'll be back to provide more motivation. Well, hopefully this motivation will get you motivated for the week. Get one thing out of the house that you... Oh, I also did, which I'm very proud of myself. There was a broken bookshelf in my room that I've been meaning to get rid of for at least the beginning of the year, if not longer. And I had something put together to replace the bookshelf because I put my glasses on it. I put my phone on it when I sleep. I had this little like, I don't know what you want. I called it, I think it's more of an end table, but like, you know, something like that, where I had it put together and I just needed to do it. But I got that big giant bookshelf out of the house in the trash. My friend is moving. I offered her, I had 2 desks, like a computer desk, think of, in my house. That one was, I replaced the one. She took it. They got it. Her husband got it out of the house, which was a lot easier than we thought. But she needed a desk. I had an extra one. All they had to do was really come get it. So, 2 big giant things out of the house. There's your motivation. I did it. We did it. We got it. We got them out. So there's that. But yeah. So I'm proud of you. You got this. We can do it. Recycle whatever you want. Do whatever you need to do. If you need help, ask for help. I don't have a lot of time right now. Me personally, I may not be able to help you. I wish I had the ability to come help you. If someone messaged me like, hey, I need a U-Haul, I need help, I'd come by with the U-Haul and help you out. I wish I had the time to do that, but I don't. I wish I did. If you want me to have that time, you share this, you like it, you find me more subscribers, you make this something that I can earn a living with, that more than at least what I'm making at my current job, with YouTube or other ways of making money. So if you want me to help you out, that's what you gotta do. Tell people about me, tell people, give me more subscribers, I don't know, tell me how to get brand deals, I don't know, tell me something. Tell me how to make more money so I can quit my actual job and help more people. So, there's your motivation, there's your goals. Here's, if you want to leave a comment for me, tell me something that you got rid of recently or about to get rid of or going to get rid of this week in the comments. Even if it's a big giant item or a piece of cloth or a sock. Have one missing sock, one sock without a mate, without its bestie. Tell me about that. Tell me what you didn't buy. Tell me what I saved you from buying. But yeah, tell me all the things you got rid of. Tell me what you didn't buy. Tell me everything down in the comments. And I'll see you next time, and keep living the simple life.